Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. How are you? It's been 2 weeks since I've been here, and I've missed
you.
you.
Were kind of here last week. Just
Well,
not,
I was-
you were
I was-
not here, but you were here.
It was remotely. I
Yes.
mean, but you know how it is. Sometimes we have family issues, things, and I had to be closer to home that week. So
It's called Family Aggro.
Family Aggro.
Yes.
Yeah.
You never
Hey,
heard of the
Mandy. Mandy said hi.
Hi, Mandy.
But yeah, it's you know how that goes. But we are excited, nay, elated,
Oh, you're
just
elated.
extremely happy to be here with you this week together in the studio. So I'm gonna turn it over to Ray, and we're gonna get the show going because we got stuff to talk about, right? Here he is, folks.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another wonderful, questionable, and all the above Nerd Cave show.
Always questionable.
Always questionable. Good evening, everybody. I'm sitting here, and now as I'm sitting here, I'm feeling a hiccup coming on, so you may hear one. It's one of those, you could start to feel it in your stomach, and you're like, no, stay down.
I feel like hiccups are just part of the show.
They really are. I think it's just because the beginning of the show and stuff like that. I always that's usually when I get them. It's right at the beginning of the show. So, yeah, good evening and welcome to the Nerd Cave Show. We are here. We're having fun. The Beard's here. Oh, I wanted to show you guys this before we go too far. The Cave Gem from last week, the floppy disk coasters.
These things are cool, guys.
They actually arrived, and yeah, they're just these kind of rubbery, made in China. But you get a little package of them. I wanted to kind of show you guys these last week, and they literally they didn't show up on time. I literally didn't get these till like Friday. They were like, yeah, I got them delivered on Monday. I was like, great, I get to use them and talk about them, and then they get in, and then it's just like.
That's
but yeah,
just
here they
always
are.
how it happens.
So they're kind of cool. They're like this one, like two of them say Penny's top secret, Penny's vacation pics. The rest of them all say, hope you enjoy it, XOXO, and Jack and Rose 13.1.04, which I think that dates kind of 2013, I guess. I don't know, but just to compare these,
Interesting.
I had. This is not a 3D printed save icon. This is an actual floppy, and just to kind of give a comparison,
Some of us are that old school.
Yeah. Tell me about it. This is a size, so you can kind of see that they are slightly smaller, but ever so slightly. I think what it is they molded. Molded an actual floppy because it's got the high density logo there and the arrow and stuff like that. But I think what they did is they molded an actual floppy and then did these, and then once during the settling or making of the molds, it kind of shrank ever so slightly.
That wouldn't surprise me. Sometimes silicone can do that.
Or it's just one of those deals where they did it and they made it they changed the dimensions ever so slightly to get away from copyrights. Who knows?
That could be also.
Yeah. So here they are, and
You're just dropping things
fumble
everywhere.
fingers.
Look at you.
Yeah. So they're just slightly smaller. About that much, but they're still. Actually, the width is exactly the same. It's the height. They're just
a little smaller. Yep.
just a little bit.
shorter.
Just a little bit. But I mean, you get a little package of what, 5 or 6 of them here.
I think
1,
there's
2,
6.
3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6 of them. And I've got the red one there sitting on them, but sitting on my drink is currently sitting on. But you get all the pretty colors and yeah, they're super cute. MD2 256 HD, which I don't know what the 256 HD is supposed to stand for because 1.44 megabyte floppy and I don't know, 2 high density platters maybe. I don't know. So yeah, those did finally arrive. I did order those. I'm glad that I'm kind of happy they did. Now I got them in my collection. So yay! Last week's Cave Gem actually showed up because with all the shipping snafus, that's where we're currently.
Oh
at.
yeah, there's all kinds of those happening.
Yeah, they call these party coasters. It's a party in a box. All right. So, since what was it? Last week we talked about Transformers.
Yes.
The new Siege.
Yes.
You started watching it, haven't you?
I am 3 episodes in, and I am
What do you
hooked.
think?
I am enjoying it. I like the way it's written. I like the fact that what it seems like to me is that they went back to the source material, and they let the story grow up a bit.
They did.
So that they could appeal to all of us that were fans of the original series.
It's not a wham bam. Here's a kids cartoon. It's actually
exactly. Yeah.
It's got depth to it.
The characters are more three-dimensional. They're more genuine. It's
3D animated, but you get a sense of the Gen 1 cartoon and the Gen 1. They remind you of the toys. That's what I'm getting at. So, but sorry, I keep interrupting.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I don't. Let's talk about it because I like the way it's going. I think kind of spoiler alert here for anyone that hasn't seen it yet, but I think let's see, Wheeljack just took Optimus to find Ratchet.
Okay,
they're getting ready to start trying to fix the space bridge. So yeah.
You're halfway through the first series or the first.
It's only like 6 episodes, right? That's what you said.
Yeah, it's 6 episodes, 22 minutes each.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's when I'm watching it, I remember what it was like when I was a kid watching the first, the cartoons, and I think it's really great. I'm enjoying it.
It kind of gives you that. It gives you just enough of the nostalgia, but enough of the maturity of where we're at.
Yes,
and just. As far as I'm concerned, hands down, for when it comes to like the cartoons or just the standard television series, it is the best they've ever put out.
I think so.
I mean, I loved the cartoon as a kid. I couldn't get into any of the rest of the stuff. I was that kid that woke up on Saturday mornings to watch Thundercats, Transformers.
Yes.
Weekdays. Yeah, that's what we do during the summertime. So, this really... It sparked enough of that, but still went, wow. They decided to add depth and character. Like, the complexity, like, in the original cartoon, you didn't know it. You had to go to the comic books to get this level of depth to the characters, to understand them, why they're at war. Like, this laid it all out. It explains why they're at war, why Megatron and Optimus know each other, and it's just like...
And why they hate each other. Well, why they hated each other. Let me say that. Because, they had a really strong hatred for each other. But...
Well, no, they originally were brothers. It's that...
Well, I'm talking about the original cartoon.
Oh, yeah,
You know what I mean? Because for me, I go back to that source material, which was that original cartoon for me. Because I wasn't a comic book reader at the time. I hadn't gotten into that.
I didn't get into the comics until many years later.
But... I like how right now they're showing that not only the conflict between Optimus and Megatron, but also that inner conflict that they're each going through, being on opposite sides of the war. I like the way they're doing it.
Seeing the development of Megatron going further over that edge, it's just like, here's the thing. I honestly wish they would have made them at least 45-minute episodes and gone just a little bit deeper and stretched things out just a little bit, just to add a little bit more context. I think it's really, really well done now, but it just really makes me hungry for more.
And I was thinking, just from what I've seen so far in the 3 episodes I've watched, I remember you were talking about the next season, the next chapter.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me if the next chapter actually went back at least 3 episodes, two, maybe 3 episodes of the next chapter, if they went back to that original, back to before chapter 1, that prequel kind of, and then took it into, wherever the space bridge leads them to. I wouldn't mind seeing that because that would really flesh everything out.
I think there's going to be more backstory added in. There's so much they haven't said. They're just trying to move the story along, but there's still always more ability to take back. Like, this was like, you got to remember, the Autobots never had flying, and this finally explained how
Jetfire
was an Autobot. He originally was a Decepticon. But I loved the thing I loved the most was, and I can't remember I don't think you've gotten that far, and I don't want to ruin it yet, but you'll see that a Decepticon, he is a Decepticon, but his loyalty is to Cybertron, his planet.
Oh, are you talking about The Constructicon?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was there. He's in episode 3 he was there, Ratchet.
Okay, yeah.
Ratchet was helping him out. Yeah.
Exactly. And it kind of shows you that, like, normally it's just Decepticons are bad. And it's like this adds that depth of, yes, they are Decepticons, and some of them are that bad, but some of them they're Decepticons because that's where they came from, but they still have loyalties, and they still... So it's just... to me, it added that depth that I was really like, okay, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Because they were like, look, I don't like you guys, but for the sake of the planet, I'm gonna work with you.
Yeah.
And it was just like...
I don't agree with you. I'm not on your side.
Nailed it.
But, yeah.
Just, yes.
Yeah. We were just joined now by Amanda, our very own Lady Duke. She said, hey, sorry, guys. I'm sorry I was late. I was doing some stuff. Oh, you finished the Transformer series. No spoilers. I'm only 3 episodes in.
So, yeah, I think I've sucked a few people in. I'm still trying to get the rest of you guys to go to Netflix and watch it. Anybody that doesn't have Netflix, let me know. I may do a movie night here at my house.
Ooh.
Yeah, true. I kind of want to do that.
Popcorn.
Yeah.
I've got
I may
a
have to
decent
go through and
popcorn
watch it
maker.
again. I'm going to see if I can suck my daughter into it.
I'm just saying, I got a decent popcorn maker. I got a snow cone maker. We can have a party.
Ooh, snow cones. I kind of like that idea.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Whiskey snow cone.
Whiskey snow. I'm not going to say I haven't done. Well, I haven't done whiskey. I did rum. That was pretty good. I'm not even going to lie.
All right. What else were we going to talk about? Update. You guys can't tell what this is, but I'm so excited. They showed up. These are my 8U rack rails for the liquor server. The liquor server is coming along real nicely. Well, ordering stuff. I'm currently down to, and if anybody can send a lead for me, I'm down to, we're still figuring out the water reservoir, which is going to be bottles. We're hammering that idea out. I need a water pump. And I'm trying to find 2 water blocks for the dual Xeons, something that'll fit with the 2011s. So those are currently working, but these are going to be for the hard drives, and this is going to look absolutely awesome, especially when I'm done with it, because it's going to look like floating hard drives. It's going to look so cool. You guys are going to love it. I'm going to love it because I'm finally going to have my 12 terabytes of data storage because I'm running low on my main system. But yeah, let's see here. Amanda Duke, don't worry. I thought it was pretty good. I like the fact that the Autobots were not on the top of their game yet. They were the underdogs. I like how Megatron is a little bit more sophisticated. Exactly.
But still very ruthless. Yep.
Well, and the best part about Megatron in this Transformer series is he starts off, and I kind of wish the shows were a little bit longer so you can see it develop a little bit more. I was like, I want more of this. But you actually, from the beginning of the series to the end of the series, you see him go further into, he starts off as you guys were my brothers, but he gets further into that maniacal Megatron that we know.
Mm-hmm.
And you see the transition happening during the show, and I think that's absolutely awesome.
We have just been joined by Ellen.
Ellen!
Hi, Ellen.
How you doing, Ellen?
How are you, Ellen?
Missed you.
Missed you.
Oh,
welcome back.
And I wanted to show you this. I know you just hopped on. They arrived. They finally did. My floppy coasters.
His limp coasters.
I love these. Hey, you don't talk negative about my coasters. I like them. I'm actually using one here for my drink. So, neener. All right. What else we got? What else was there before we get too carried away and moving on? I don't want to move on just yet. I want to. There was something else we were going to discuss. We talked Transformers. There was one other piece of news. Let me pull it up real quick. Oh, those of you guys have Oculus. I just wanted to do a quick little blurb.
That piece of information. Blurb.
Those of you guys who own Oculus Quest or Oculus, if you guys don't know, the VR headsets. Facebook bought them a few years ago. I think it was, I can't remember exactly when, but Facebook bought Oculus. That's why we have the Oculus Go. The Oculus Go, you have to have a Facebook account. Well, coming up here soon, all of the Oculus devices are going to require a Facebook account. I think that's kind of sad. Especially the ones. From
know.
here henceforth, I'm going to tell people don't buy an Oculus. Go with the Steam VR headset, or there was another one, and I can't remember off the top of my head. I don't own one. I want to own one. I have the Oculus Go, and I'm like, meh. I don't like the fact it's integrated with Facebook. I really, really don't. I think it's a bad idea. I don't like my VR set integrated with my Facebook account. That's the only way you get to use it. Honestly, it sits and doesn't do much. If anybody wants to buy an Oculus Go, let me know. I'm willing to sell mine really, really cheap. I'm not that happy with it.
But those are not floppies. No, you're right, absolutely right, Alan. But they are 3.5-inch floppies.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what they are.
Actually, they're quite floppy. Actually,
those are very limp noodles.
These are floppy. These are more like a original floppy than the the 5 1/4 floppies than they were the 7.5 the one whatever.
Yeah. Amanda
Farting
says,
of brainness.
Going back to the Oculus, Amanda says, that is not logical. I know most systems require you to have an account, but that is kind of inconvenient.
It depends. Like most of them, I can get it where it's the Steam account one, where you have to have your Steam account because that's how you're playing your games out of it.
Right.
But you're not playing your games out of Facebook.
Exactly.
Facebook, nobody games on Facebook. Nobody plays. This is more of Facebook wants to be a player in the gaming live streaming, and this is more of a move to force you onto their platform. I'm against it 100%. It should be a choice, not what. Like, that's the thing I hate about the Oculus Go. You either live stream to Facebook or you don't live stream at all. It's like, this is our device. You do what we tell you. And I don't like that. So as far as I'm concerned, avoid Oculus devices.
Amanda says it sounds like a marketing scheme.
It is.
Yeah.
It's basically they're leveraging hardware onto their software platform. That's exactly what they're doing. And this is just a move. This is a corporate move to force people onto their platform. And I'm all against it. So henceforth, anybody asks about a VR headset, get the Steam VR headset or the VR headsets for your either the Xbox or the
Sony,
the PlayStation.
The PlayStation, yes.
Or see, you have the Oculus, and there's another one, and I can't remember who the other one is. There's another brand, and that works with Steam, but it also works with it's Windows. But the thing is, if you're going to use VR, you're using it for gaming anyway, so you're going to use it with your Steam account.
Yep.
Yeah, but I'm not happy with it. Now, it's not going to happen. Here's what's going to happen. I guess you have until 2022. Your current Oculus account will work, but starting in 2021 or 2022, I can't remember what it is, that account will be deactivated, and you will be forced to have a Facebook account.
That's ridiculous. There's no reason for that. I do not.
It's theirs. They can do what they want. So
I get it. I hear that. I just don't like you. I don't agree with it. I'm completely against that. So if you want to use this, you have to have this. Nah, I don't want to use it then.
Yeah. Henceforth, I will not recommend an Oculus device to anybody. I just can't do it. Yeah. Crazy Earth. That is BS. Well, yeah, but it is their product. They're free to do how they want it, and honestly, they're going to leverage their products onto wherever they want. And as far as I'm concerned, once you start losing choice, the product is no longer a viable solution to me. So that's where I'm at with that.
Like Lady Duke just said, that is redonkulous.
Redonkulous, and I think you did spell that redonkulous correctly. Yeah, you used a K instead of a C, so yeah, redonkulous. You spelled it correctly. All right, let's move on to happier things.
Moving on.
Happier things. So this week on the Cave Gem, I wanted to go into something a little different. This week's Cave Gem is the Yamaha MG10UX, or XU.
That thing looks like a bit of a beast.
It is. Now, I have been trying... This is the Behringer UMC22, and I purchased this for like $68 a while back when my sister needed a mic input. It had the right features for the right price. Now, thanks to the whole pandemic, this friggin' thing has been sitting at $150, $160. which is absolutely ridiculous. This is not worth it at that price. I'm sorry, it is not. It's a single microphone input. It's got an insert line too, so maybe 2 inputs. But the headphone output on this will barely handle I don't even think it'll handle a 64 ohm headset. I think these are designed for like 32 and that's it.
Reminds me of my Tascam.
Yeah, I mean, it works. It's decent, but it's really, really limited. And for the price I originally purchased it for $68, this was worth it. At $150, this is not. My suggestion for those of you guys who are looking for a USB input would be this right here. This is the Yamaha MG10XU. And the reason why I am saying this over something like this at $150 is this device, this little mixer, is actually a $209.99. It's about $60 more.
Yeah, about that.
But what you get for $60 more is far more than you get with this. This is just an input. Any processing, anything else you do has to be done in software. If you are using like OBS or something else, you have to do it. Well, if you're using OBS, you have to use OBS's or you don't have mic processing at all. Because this is just an input-output device. That's all it is. It's just a USB box. The Yamaha mixer, on the other hand, for $60 more, you have effects built into the mixer. You have an adjustable compressor. You can have up to 4 microphones. Especially for someone like me, when I'm live streaming with my daughter, I actually have 2 microphones currently running through my mixer, usually. And it has USB out. It does 24-bit 192, so it's actually got really good audio quality going through the USB. You can have up to 4 microphones. Now you will, when it inputs into your computer, it is stereo. It's not 4 independent. But the nice thing is you can have up to 4 microphones, and I forget how many, it's like maybe 2 or 4 more stereo inputs, all going through USB into your computer. On top of that, this would be far more flexible. One, the mic preamps on this are going to be better than this. Now, this is a decent unit. It does have the Midas preamp, which you got to remember, for Behringer, Midas designed them, but these are still made in China, and they're still made with some pretty low-end components. So these are going to be limited. This is going to give you a little bit more headroom, a little bit better mic. You get a 3-band EQ on it. You've got panning where, I don't know if anybody knows what panning is. You can't panning go left and right. And if you're doing something like, say you want to do a podcast with somebody and you're sitting left and right on a camera, you can actually kind of tilt one microphone to the left a little bit and one mic to the right. So you get that little bit of stereo separation. So one person sounds like they're a little bit more on the left and the other person's, it's kind of that neat little stereo effect when you're matching up with the camera angles.
Yeah.
But you can have multiple microphones input. You can have a selectable processing. Now here's the thing. The nice thing about that is you can even have it set to a foot pedal. So you can have a foot pedal on your foot, out of the way, people can't see it, and you can click that effect on and off.
That is really cool. Nice.
And you can select, it's got various selections, headfoot output, 1/4-inch output, XLR, so it's got balanced, unbalanced input and out.
Nice.
It's got 3 stereos. So 4 microphones, 3 stereos, pads, limiters. I'm going to say this. If I had a choice between this, which has a single microphone input for $150, which, as I stated, this is a decent unit, but at $150, this is not worth it. It is not worth $150. That Yamaha is worth $209.99. Better preamps, a lot more flexibility. The 3-band EQ, here's the thing, it does everything. Anytime you're doing software level processing or EQing and stuff like that, it eats up CPU time on your computer. Absolutely, I know I have to do it on my computer because I have an older mixer. I've been eyeballing one of this, or I'm also eyeballing the Soundcraft. Soundcraft's a bit more expensive. They're a little bit sweeter. But this one, the Yamaha makes, well, the Yamaha is actually I love the sound of the Yamaha over the Behringers. I'm going to be flat out honest with you. It comes down to price to quality. And the Yamaha hits that nice sweet spot of decently priced, but also very good sound quality. And that's what I love about them. I mean, Yamaha doesn't make just little one. Yamaha is who makes really 100,000, 80,000 really to 100,000. Yep. You remember the big touring desks?
I miss helping set those up so bad.
But you miss seeing them. You don't miss setting them up.
Well, I mean,
they're backbreakers.
No, I missed that.
Amanda Duke asks, how many mics can you set up on this? This mixer will handle 4 microphones.
Yeah.
And then 3 additional stereo inputs. Oh, sorry.
So you can plug 7, technically. You can get your 4 microphones and then your...
This one's called a 10-channel. But the way it works, and you got to remember the way a microphone is a stereo is considered 2 channels. Left is one channel, right is another. So you have mic 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yep.
And you've got independent. So if this gives you a lot more flexibility right there on the deal, right there on it. Here's the other thing about it is like you can output the USB into the computer and record there, but you can also output the headphones to listen to it. And that's why a lot of people is like whenever they're doing stuff and they need to hear themselves while they're recording stuff, they typically want to plug directly into the mixer. That way they can hear themselves as they're talking. This is a common practice with on-air DJs, on-air radio hosts. Pretty much everybody needs to monitor what they sound like because they're also listening to their tones. If you look on here, you've got input outputs for RCAs to go to a recording device that way. You can also input in audio. You can actually receive audio from your computer through the USB to the mixer if you want to listen to that and use it as use your mixer as a sound
monitor.
card.
Nice.
Yeah.
I
mean, it's got a lot of flexibility. And here's the thing. It is $60 more, but you get 1 microphone, 2 inputs on this. And the drivers on this are kind of a pain in the... Well, they're not really. They're not really. But there's basically you get game knobs. That's all you really get. And the headphones are extremely limited on this. Whereas with a full-blown mixer, I know I can run... I believe those will run up to 80 ohm headphones. These typically won't handle... I think these typically will handle up to 150 ohm. That's kind of the industry standard.
Yeah.
I could be wrong about this. I didn't really... I neglected to read up on that stuff. But usually mixers like of this sort will handle up... It's the equivalent of like what they use in broadcast, which is up to 150 ohm. So my 250 ohm headphones won't run off this. If I had a high-end... desk or something more in the $500 to $1,000 range, I can run my 250 ohm headphones on them, no problem. They assumed if you got those, you're not afraid to spend some money on some headphones,
right?
But yeah, my advice, and here's the reason why. There's a lot of people that want to input audio into their computers. The nice thing is this gives you independent and granular control of what's inputting in. On top of that, you can easily turn around and use this. So there's a lot of people that want to get into podcasts. Okay, buy a second mic, buy a third mic. Boom. You can do that with this. You're ready to go, and you're still recording into your computer. It's a stereo mix, but you're still recording directly into your computer. You're just adding more devices. You want to have sound effects? Okay, audio output from a laptop into one of the stereo inputs. Adjust your levels. There you go. You've just added that into the mix as well. It adds so much flexibility. I know some people don't like... They look at all the knobs and they get frustrated, but honestly, these are very, very simple once you wrap your head around it. And it adds so much flexibility.
You know, all the knobs, in all honesty, I would see all the knobs on a mixer like that, and it was intimidating. Before I learned, even what I know, which isn't very much, I'm more one of the guys that lugs them in and sets them up that way. But yeah, once you learn that, basically you get one set down and then you pretty much know. Yeah, it's not as intimidating anymore. And something like this, all of what you can do with it for another $50 to $60.
Yeah, it just gives you a lot more. And here, I'm going to go ahead and apologize. I just posted I can't.
I got it.
Yeah. He's going to post a link
We got
in
into
there.
talking about it, and I forgot to post the link.
Nah,
so.
it happens all the time. So he's going to post a link in there. But I'm one of those people. I run
Right
a
there.
little...
There you go, folks.
There we go. I run a Mackie 1202 on my computer, and that's because I have one mic that's plugged in there at all times. I need to upgrade it. It's a little bit... I've had it for years.
Yeah.
I'm looking... It's either this one or I'm going to get the Soundcraft 10 channel. It's a little bit more expensive. Those are like $300-$400. But the reason being is I've listened to the Soundcraft low-end models, and the preamps of those are just so sexy. There's just a tonal difference. There's a little bit more sound there. Is the best way to call it.
Yeah.
And that's what happens when you spend when you're buying equipment. With the right equipment, you spend the money in the right places, you're gonna get better.
You've got it for a while. You're gonna
you're gonna play it for a while, and
places.
there's also gonna be a noticeable sound difference, or at least
Yeah.
for someone like me who's got real picky ears.
Yeah. Now Amanda asked. She said each one is a channel for a mic, right?
Yes. So each 4 of those, you have an EQ, a send out to the monitor send, which most people aren't going to use, a pan, and your main volume out to the main bus your main mix. So yeah, you've got, and the first 2 channels actually have a dial-in compressor. So if you're typically using 2 mics, you've actually got a little bit of you've got some compression built into that mixer.
Nice. I think it's well worth it for the price.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're getting
really,
compressor effects all built into a little unit, and it goes USB right into the computer.
Yeah.
And it's, like I said, it's stereo input out, 3-band high pass filter. What they call a 1-knob compressor. Let's see here. These are actually designed to be bounced around, so they're fairly rugged. So sitting on your desk, they'll last a long time. The connectors on them are really, really rugged. I love their metal 3-pin connectors they use on these. Pretty much everybody's starting to standard on those rather than those cheapy little barrel connectors. Mackie's been going with those, and I've not been happy with those. Powder-coated metal chassis, so those things are really, really stout. They're designed to be bounced around. So if they're sitting next to your desk, they're going to last. They're designed to be rugged, and they're designed to take some abuse. Like I said, $209.99. They're well worth the price. Like I said, I've been trying my hardest. I've had this for a while. I've wanted to recommend this, but the price, as soon as the pandemic kicked in, these things went up to $150. And honestly, as much as these are decent, these are not worth $150. They're just not. They're too limited for that price. They're limited on the quality. They're limited on, I think these are only 16-bit. I'm not 100% sure. I can't remember off the top of my head. I can't use my decent high-end headphones on them. These are designed for like 32 ohm, real basic headphones. It's a good unit. I just can't recommend it at $150. I just can't. And that's just me being perfectly honest. But $209.99, I can definitely recommend this mixer because, one, I honestly believe that mixer will last a lot longer than this will. And B, I do believe that people will get a lot more flexibility, especially those who want to do podcasts with friends. They're wanting to do, those people that are wanting to live stream and play music, well, you can have your microphone for your guitar or your whatever instrument in one channel, your microphone in another. I mean, it adds so much flexibility and allows you to do far more than what this will allow you to do. And like I said, with it doing its processing built into the unit itself, you really can't beat it.
Yeah.
Oh, Mandaduke. All right, so it's time to move on. Mandaduke shows you got Grounded. I have so badly wanted to play that game. Grounded is a great game. And we move off the...
Yes.
Thanks, man. I've been wanting to play it. Money's been a little bit tight. I do get paid this week. I know I was going to get last week, but a few things going on. So once I get through all my finances and verify where I'm at, I may, because I've told my daughter I was going to get it for me and her, and we were going to play. And I've read up a little bit more on Grounded. I really, really want to play it because the whole premise is that you, it's kind of like that Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah.
Where you're shrunk down, and kind of the story of it is you're trying to get yourself big. But you're also the main thing is you're just trying to survive in the backyard, trying not to get killed by bugs.
Right.
And my daughter's already stated she wants to sacrifice me to a spider.
As you know, that is not surprising.
Oh, that's my daughter. I mean, she wouldn't be my daughter if that wasn't true. And as soon as I can get that, I may make that like a Wednesday or Thursday night gaming night. I may do a special like Wednesday night gaming night. I don't know. Wednesday nights have kind of been my relaxing night. I may also be picking up another project, but let's see here. Menadoo goes.
It's a bit terrifying to come face to face with a spider, but I'm impressed with the building system. It's fun to build your little grass hut.
Really?
Nice.
Okay. I saw some of those videos, and that did look kind of cool, so I'm curious. Now, is it online only? Is it like massive multiplayer, or are you creating a world to play with your friends? How does it work like Fallout 76, where you're joining a server with many other people, or is it like you start a game and you can have other people play it in your game? I'm trying to figure out how it plays.
You get the deep questions here on the Nerd Cave show, folks.
I want to know how the multiplayer
right.
works.
No, I hear you.
I've
Amanda, can you give us some...
I've already been heavily disappointed with if anybody plays the Chex... Someone finally told me how the Chex released the Chex HD game. I don't know if you saw that. But you know the cereal Chex?
Yeah.
Many, many years ago, they made a Doom clone called Chex. The Chex game or something like that. It was a Doom clone. It actually ran in the Doom engine. And the whole point behind it was you were playing this game that they had modded into Doom. And It was its own standalone thing.
I do vaguely remember that. You used to get the discs in the boxes of cereal or something like that.
Yeah, here recently they released Chex HD. Which was really cool. And I haven't really played it because I got major let down with it. Me and my daughter decided we were going to play it and live stream it. We could not figure out how to get multiplayer.
Oh, no.
We finally figured out how to get connected, and she was seeing my screen. It uses the Steam Screen Connect, which was really, really dumb.
Wow.
And then we're like, how does this work? We never figured it out. I didn't figure it out until I think it was a couple of weeks ago. Someone goes, oh, well, one player plays, the person who starts the game and shares the game plays with a keyboard and mouse. The people that connect to it play multiplayer with a controller. And I'm like,
that's weird.
Really?
That doesn't make any sense.
No, that's bad.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, Amanda says, yeah, I'd be down to play. As far as I know, I can play with my friends online. It's a specific server, I think.
Okay. Well, maybe it's like your friends host a game.
Maybe.
We'll see. We'll see how it works out. We'll see how I've been curious about how the multiplayer works. Like if it's like where I can set up a dedicated server, I kind of would like to do that. I'd like to have my own dedicated. I would gladly build a dedicated server for Grounded. And I'm upset that more gaming companies don't allow us to do dedicated servers. I would love to have a dedicated server for more games. Currently, all I have is my Quake 2 coupon server.
Yeah, like Steam hosting, and you can invite them, Amanda says.
Okay. All right. Are we ready for the candy challenge?
No.
No. I like it. No. All right, so tonight's candy challenge.
This is going to be a challenge.
This
Folks,
is definitely going to be a challenge.
If you've been waiting for a challenge, right here.
And this is a metal tin. This is Archie McPhee, which is, I believe, is also accoutrements. And they make a lot of... They make, like, bacon Band-Aids, bacon gum. There's the hiccups.
Amanda says, ha, 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 I don't have to try it. Yeah, we might just hang on to one for you.
Yeah, this is what everybody's been excited for.
Duke.
It's like, we're waiting on this.
Crazy Iris to see. Here we go.
Yep.
This is...
All right, let me get this.
Oh.
Is it that strong?
That doesn't smell good.
It's got some thick plastic on this. They're trying to keep that scent in there, aren't they?
That smell reminds me of the bad jelly beans.
Oh, really? Jesus.
Yeah.
This is some really, really thick.
This is, all right.
Holy crap, that is.
Okay. This is your challenge, Ray.
Yeah, this is found on, did you post a link? These were found on Amazon. I'm going to say that
Coming up to you right now, folks.
All right, here we go. Oh, wow. That's
Here it is.
Pickles aren't supposed to be sweet like that. Oh. Like, that's pickly sweet.
This is bad memories.
I'm going to have bad memories with this.
That
is...
Ray, I'm going to get you after the show. That's... okay.
I can't do anymore. I'm done. I need to fix.
Amanda says, I'd be willing to have you film me trying it. I've missed out on so much candy.
I will have plenty. This is going to be the torture canister. I'm just going to say that much. My daughter's already told me she's not trying one of these. And I've already told her, like, yes, you are. She's like,
okay,
no.
You know what? I'm going to be honest, and I'm probably going to be
Are you starting
weird
to enjoy it?
Once you get past that initial nastiness, it's not
you
horrible.
mean once your taste buds start to go numb?
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't do it. It was getting worse and worse. It was like the buildup of a sweet pickle.
Ellen says, so I'm guessing you'll pass on the pickle canes.
Torture canister. New hashtag torture canister.
Yeah, it's not horrible, but I'm not finishing.
The only thing we've outlawed was the
insects.
Insects. That's the only thing we've outlawed. So
I may be willing to do a solo insect thing at some point in the distant future.
That sounds dirty.
All right, let's see. How does it... Oh, yeah, that doesn't look promising.
The taste won't go away. Oh, like that's pickle.
That's a pickle.
Yeah, that's a pickle. It's a sweet pickle. Like, I don't like sweet pickles, and that's a candied pickle, and it's just
Ray,
I need more.
I wish I had control over what you bought on Amazon.
I don't even have control over what I buy on Amazon. It just appears in my shopping cart, and I'm like, ooh.
Amanda, you want to eat a dried tarantula? I'll tell you what, I'll get one, and that'll be Lady Duke's personal challenge.
Oh, there we go. Given the chocolate. Okay, Helen goes given the chocolate scorpion. Mandy Mora, nastiness.
Yes.
So, how many of these are you taking home with you? I think you should share these with the family.
I'll take enough for my family to try some. Absolutely.
I think you should. I think we need a video, a live stream of.
Absolutely.
On the Nerd Cave of you giving Mandy. I really think, Mandy, we are gifting you the glorious pickle candies. The Beard will be bringing these home for you to enjoy.
All right, Amanda's willing to do it.
All right.
A tarantula.
That's what we're gonna. Mandy, no, you won't.
You're sleeping outside.
Oh, isn't family great? Families who eat candy together separate. Those of you guys want to torture other people, this little can was about $7.85, so it's actually not bad.
That's not a bad price.
No.
For a good gag
and
gift.
you get a nice little. I think the best part is the tins they come in. Like these are nice metal tins.
Yeah, it's not bad.
So, worst case, you get a really nice little collector's tin. And that's actually, Archie McPhee does that. A lot of their stuff comes in these nice metal tins, and that's what I like about them.
So Amanda says she won't do it unless we eat a leg.
No. We're not. This is not a negotiation. You've already said you're going to do the scorpion. You have fun with the scorpion.
Oh, no. She's talking about a tarantula.
Tarantula? Or they know what she's right. I'll eat a dried. No, she already said she's going to eat a dried. No. We're not negotiating.
Hey, all you got to do is take a bite. You don't have to eat the whole thing.
No. I already put the kibosh on the insects.
No, I'm talking about Amanda with the tarantula. Leave the nastiness outside on the lawn where it belongs, next to the pile of dog poo. That was my wife, ladies and gentlemen. That's where the nastiness belongs. I'm not even gonna lie. She is absolutely right.
Yeah.
Amanda, I tell you what, I'll think about trying the leg of a tarantula.
I will not. I a long time ago.
I have eaten, and Ray and I have eaten our share of insects on this show.
I've had enough insects. I won't do. I'm sorry.
We have paid our dues. Your turn.
Yeah, but that was, and I get it. I love everybody who sent them in, but for the first several months, we ate candy, chocolate covered. Ants, chocolate covered roaches, chocolate covered worms, dried worms.
I'm still picking pieces of chocolate covered ant out of my teeth. Well, I mean,
it's. I finally put the kibosh on it because we went from the candy shop. I had to. I'm sorry. I was literally, there were some times where I would have it and I really wanted to. I was like,
but you know
wanted
what?
to throw up.
You know what I've been thinking, and I'm going to ask right here on the show so we can get the opinions.
Ellen, you're welcome.
Yes, Ellen, that was
Ellen.
all you. Well, yeah. I've been thinking about doing one of those world's hottest tortilla chip.
I wanted those to too, but the problem is, the only reason I have not done those is how expensive they get.
Yeah, some of them can get very expensive.
Guys,
so if anyone wants to send one to the show,
like at $8, I can see kind of doing it because it's a single chip. But then what happens is the guys will scalp them and then turn around and resell them for $40. I'm not spending $40 on a friggin' chip.
But you know what? There's a local store in town I can go to. They don't have the tortilla chip, but they do have like a hot gummy pepper.
Okay.
You know, like a gummy candy, but it's pepper.
There's a gummy bear that's supposed to be the hottest, and I wanted to do that one.
Well, let me go see what I can find. It's one of the local shops. The name escapes me, but I'll mention it later if I remember.
Amanda,
super hot stuff. Big no.
I don't want to chug a gallon of milk. Honestly, I have no problem with hot stuff. I was raised munching on jalapenos. So.
That's what we can do. Lady Duke still has to pay her insect dues, and you and I are willing to do the hot and spicy stuff.
Yeah, I have no problem with that. Honestly, it's not much of a challenge for me. I love spicy foods. I mean, it's not uncommon. Like the current. There's a couple of restaurants that are doing like jalapeno burgers, and I'm like, can you guys actually get some real jalapenos on these? And they're looking at me like, dude, you're insane. It's flaming hot. I'm like, no, it's not.
It's warm.
This is gringo. This is gringo warm.
Ellen,
it's not quite up to my spiciness.
Ellen has just frightened me. She said, "Oh, you guys need a devil's toe."
What the heck is a devil's toe?
Pray tell, Ellen.
I'm
Pray
scared.
tell.
Here's the thing. If I Google search devil's toe, am I going to regret it?
You might.
The toe of Satan lollipop.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, here we go. Okay, I'm sorry, but that looks like one of the devil... yeah.
It looks like an appendage, but not a toe, right?
No. No. I've seen these in videos before.
I've seen these in videos. I like that.
The toe of Satan lollipop is not a sweet sucker to savor. It's a candy that tests your mettle when it comes to your tongue.
Well, there you go.
The satanic sucker is made from a special hellfire chili extract and has the Scoville heat unit rating of 9 million. That's 900 times hotter than a jalapeno and hotter than the hottest pepper on the planet. Okay. So be careful. This is a food for serious spice gladiators only. If you're hell-bent on heat, the Toe Satan Challenge... Oh, you're hell-bent on heat, try the Toe Satan Challenge. I have messed that one up. All right. Keep the sucker in your mouth for 5 minutes, merciless minutes. It's guaranteed to turn your mouth into a lake of fire. 5 minutes, huh? Here's the thing, though. I've never had anything that's that spicy. I'm up for it.
No one needs to go to the hospital during one of these. That's Amanda.
Honestly, and they're like $9. Toe of Satan lollipop.
Ellen says the world's hottest sucker. Well,
now next week we already have
an EMT on standby. Yeah.
We've already got next week's. Okay, I'm not seeing them on. I've got Oh, wait. Flamethrower Candy Company. Package of 2 for $15.50. I found them. Here, I'll post a link. Oh, I can't post a link. Can you allow... If I post a link, can you allow it?
Yeah, go ahead. If it shows up, I should be able to. That's interesting, though.
Yeah, see, it's not allowing me.
I'm not seeing anything. Well, we can post a link to it later, and we'll definitely look into it. I would be willing to try something crazy spicy like that. I've been thinking about doing something like that. I think it would be... Ellen says, I'll buy it. Will you do it?
If you want... Here, I've got... Oh, here. Actually, let me do this. I will... Let me add it to the Facebook... Or here, Ellen, I'm going to send it to you directly.
There we go.
If it would load. Thank you. And Ellen, I found it where it's 2 of them for $15. I'm clicking. You need to go. Don't you love it when you click and it doesn't do anything?
I love that. I really do.
There it is. There you go. All right, here. Beard.
Amanda says, you are diabolical, Ellen.
Hey, spicy food, it's going to probably kill me. I don't care.
Oh, it might. I might end up with an ulcer afterwards.
I think you're going to have an ulcer just looking at it.
Probably. I'm not as young as I used to be. You know, when I was a kid, I used to eat all kinds of crazy spicy stuff.
Oh, I still do. I love my jalapeno burgers and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So
it could be a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. I say we do it. Why not?
All right. I just sent Ellen the link.
You're sleeping on the couch that night. I don't need a repeat performance. Yeah, that's
yes. Why are the blankets on fire? And he's smiling. He's smiling. All right. Time to move on. I think we're done with the candy challenge for tonight. Thank you guys all for joining us on that little
excursion.
Pickle candies. Archie McPhee's, which also I believe these are accoutrements. They make a lot of really crazy stuff. I've seen I may have to get the bacon candy again. But all right. This is a big one. So, I wish it would let me... Nah, it's not letting me. Oh, well.
Ellen says, I've already got it in the cart.
Oh, jeez.
Well, here we go.
You know what? What I'm going to do is I'm going to post a link... You know what? We'll save it for next week. I'm not going to deal with it because it's taking too long to load.
Hang on. I'm sorry. We got a couple. I just had to allow a couple of comments to go through. Crazy Iris said, I just imagined the call to 911. Yeah, they were sucking Satan's toe.
Oh, yeah. I like that idea.
Amanda said, I'll have your graves dug. Your epitaphs will be died as they lived. Suckers.
Lay them flat down because their butts are shooting fire.
Yep.
We called them, the Roman candle corpses. So, moving on. Okay, this was kind of cool. We got the news that Disney Plus is going to have the Lego Star Wars Holiday Special. Now, for those that don't know, we've already had a Star Wars Holiday Special.
Oh, yeah.
And I've been kind of like, for those around me, I've been like, no, we've had one. And they're like, real? I think I've heard of this. This has been such a cult kind of underground kind of thing. Essentially what happened...
So underground, people wanted it buried.
Back on... And now here's the cool thing.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't think this is coincidence at all.
Oh, no.
It is going to be on Disney Plus on November 17th.
Why is that date
That date is not...
unheard of.
Not unheard of, because the original, in 1978, mind you... On November 17th, 1978, we had a variety show called the Star Wars Holiday Special.
Oh, this was a thing, ladies and gentlemen.
And what few video clips I've been able to find, and I forgot to post them in the notes, but I'll post them in the notes after the show is over. So down below, you'll be able... So those of you guys watching either on the podcast stuff, click the link. You can click the links, and I'll have the links for the YouTube. The 2 videos I've been able to find in YouTube. They basically made a variety show around a holiday, and it was the Wookiee holiday. What was it? Life Day?
Amanda says, "Oh God, is Disney going to dig the hole of George Lucas's remaining dignity deeper?"
No. Here's the thing. Disney Plus is doing it, and I would say they are doing it right. The original 1978, the original 1970, and the what few video clips we can find, you can go, "Oh wow, this is bad." It really is. It's absolutely. It's just like cringe.
It's like
cringe.
It's like they went into their props closet and was just like, "Get that, get that, get that." No, not that. No, wait, yes, that.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, though. It was a variety show, and they had the all-star cast. They had Mark Hamill. They had everybody. Carrie Fisher, the whole 9 yards. They brought everybody in to play all their characters. But George Lucas wasn't a part of it.
Amanda says, "Well, if they make fun of themselves and can laugh, that's good, right?" Yes, if you can laugh and make fun of yourself, that's a very good thing.
That's not what they did here.
That's not what this was, though. They tried to do this seriously.
And they basically,
George Lucas
failed. It really did. I've got to, put it to you this way. Some of the, let's see here. The story about the 1978 was during where is it at? Life Day. Basically, Chewbacca and Han Solo tried to head back to Chewbacca's home so Chewbacca can celebrate Life Day with his family. The worst part was some of the names do you remember some of the names they had for his family?
No.
Like Itchy and Scratchy.
Oh, yeah. The plot involves Han and Chewie visiting Kashyyyk to celebrate. Yep. They meet his dad called Itchy and his son called Lumpy.
Itchy and Lumpy.
I say
I'm like,
apparently.
Really?
Now, this is written by someone in the UK. It was not aired in the UK. They were wise and they refused it. But yeah, no.
No, it got aired in the United States once and then in Canada shortly after. It has never been rebroadcast. It was never released to home video. It was literally George Lucas. Carrie Fisher once mentioned that if George Lucas could, he would take a sledgehammer to every copy in existence. He hated it that much. He disavowed it. And this happened actually between episode 3 and 4 is where this took place. Now, here's the one thing a lot of people don't understand. This is actually, the holiday special is where Boba Fett got introduced. He was technically introduced during this and then brought into the movies later on.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
But we don't talk about that because that's a dark chapter in Star Wars lore.
Amanda says, "I remember Carrie Fisher doing a Disney princess song moment."
Yeah. So,
but yeah,
let me find out some of the reviews of it. That, like, literally, it is hands down. I think it's number 3 of the worst Star Wars ideas ever done. It was badly reviewed. I'm trying to find Okay, here we go. So George Lucas had replied, and this was back in 2005. He goes, The special from 1978 really didn't have much to do with us, you know. I can't remember what network it was on, but it was a thing that they did. We kind of let them do it. It was done by, I can't even remember who the group was, but they were a variety TV guys. We let them use the characters and stuff. That probably wasn't the smartest thing to do, but you learn from those experiences.
Yeah, you definitely do.
Yeah. Let me see here. And some of these reviews are just absolutely amazing. I'm getting you guys to this so I can explain the Lego. So please understand, we're going to get to the Lego one here shortly. I have to show you where they're coming from. And
there is a point to all of
this. But eventually I'll get to why I think the Lego one is an awesome idea. And I'm really looking forward to it. So here he goes.
Ellen said it was pretty bad.
It was.
Did Ellen watch it?
Let's see here. TV Guide ranked it at number 11 of their 25 most hilarious TV moments, mentioning that it was unintentionally hilarious. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Okay. Jerry Buck, in November 1978 review for the Associated Press, called the program Bubble Gum for the Brain. Nathan Robin of the AV Club wrote, I'm not convinced the special wasn't ultimately written by and directed by a sentient bag of cocaine. That's got to be the best review I've ever read for that. The other ones were like, what were they thinking? Let's see here. Shepard Smith, news anchor for the Fox News Channel, referred to it as a 70s train wreck, combining the worst of Star Wars with the utter worst of variety television. It got, I think even on some of the news sites, I think the highest it ever gotten was like a 2 point something in review. It was literally bad, and it really is. The more you watch it, it's just like, wow. I've never watched any of those videos all the way through, and they had an all-star cast. It was just badly put together. It was badly put together.
Amanda says, well, the animated part with Boba Fett was okay?
Yeah, true.
Ellen says, I remember begging to watch it, and my parents laughed the entire time.
Even they're like, no, I can't do that. It's like we're into child cruelty, but we're not that horrible.
Amanda says, Lumpy's face haunts me.
They were creepy. They were absolutely creepy. But here's
why?
Here's the thing. The network
Itchy
came up to
and
them and
lumpy?
goes,
I mean, why?
because they just didn't even
What were
try.
you thinking? You, the people that did it. No, not you. You.
Yeah.
What were you thinking?
But it was a variety show. It was like some of those things. Now, here's the thing. I think back in 2005, somebody had a VHS or maybe a Betamax recording of the live broadcast, and they started making copies for friends. And the versions that got put, like there's the versions that got put on YouTube, you got to remember, those are probably 9 copies in.
Right.
Copies of copies. So there's massive signal degradation. But it's massive copies. And like I said, later on after the show, I will get the links put in the show notes below. So check back later, or if not, check back tomorrow. I will have the links to those on the channel, and I will make sure, if those of you guys who are listening in the podcast, I will have them down below. Please watch them.
You gotta check these out, guys.
If anybody has a version of the entire show, I want to torture myself and watch the thing in its entirety, and I will force myself to do it. It may take a healthy amount or unhealthy amount of happy juice, but I will sit and watch through the entire thing.
I wish we could do it on the show.
I wish we could too, but I don't want to upset the great Lucas God.
Right.
I will not upset him that far, because the last thing I want to do is have the show in its entirety because then we'll just get pulled down.
Yeah. Lumpy looked like my dog, Ellen says. All right. Anyway,
so Disney Plus is going to do a Lego. Now, there are so many reasons why this is an excellent idea. One, anything they do in Lego is always going to be humorous. It's always going to be tongue-in-cheek. It's always going to be kind of slapstick comedy. And none of it is canon.
Very irreverent.
It is just fun and entertaining. And plus, the people behind the Lego series, the Lego Batman movies, the Lego movies themselves, all of those. The Lego games, they're just very, very well done and very entertaining. I'm really, really looking forward to it. So yeah, they're doing a celebration and plans for Wookiee Life Day. I wouldn't be surprised they're going to kind of use a lot of the original idea, but have their own take on it. And I think that's going to help things.
I like what it says about it. I mean, it's piqued my interest. It's set immediately after The Rise of Skywalker. Ray and BB-8 go on a journey through the 9-film timeline. That's my favorite part.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. Oh yeah, we're gonna see all the good guys and bad guys from then and now. Yeah, except it's all done on Lego. I think this is gonna be pretty good, folks. I'm looking forward to it. This is gonna be a lot of fun to
Ellen
watch.
asks, "Can I play a VHS?"
Or can we play? I don't have.
I don't have a VHS.
You know what? Actually, I can get my hands on one.
If someone has a VHS, I can most likely, if you can get a modern VHS with HDMI out, I can record that to digital. Technically, I can do it. I'm not saying I would, but technically I could.
I think we might be able to do it, Ellen. Give us a couple of days to look into a few things. But are you saying you have a VHS copy of said movie?
Do you have the VHS copy of, say, Star Wars horror film? The Star Wars special that shall not be named, that is named but we will not name for the purpose of asking if you have a copy of.
Could you imagine a Star Wars horror film?
No, I wouldn't do that. I don't. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if there was someone. Well, okay, there is, because if you look at some of the comic books that Darth Vader has done, trust me, they're pretty damn scary. That's the whole part of the dark side. So, but yes, November 17th, we will be getting Lego's Star Wars Holiday Special. I think this is absolutely perfect. I'm so looking forward to it. I don't know. Does anybody want to do a movie night that night and come over to my house and annoy my neighbors with my very, very loud stereo and throw popcorn at each other? Because that sounds like a fun evening. What is that? What is the 17th?
Do the stormtroopers book Who Becomes Space Zombies?
Excuse me? I don't quite understand. Elaborate on that.
Is there a story? I think she's saying that there's a book with stormtroopers who become zombies.
Okay. So that won't work because the 17th is a Tuesday. Maybe we can live stream ourselves watching it. I don't know. Maybe we'll set something up.
We could do that. We could live stream ourselves watching it, and we can break the movie up into pieces. We can live stream in between the segments, because we can't live stream the movie because of copyright. But we can, do
the Stormtroopers book Who Became Space Zombies. Is that, but I didn't know if that was canon or not.
I don't know.
You got to remember, there's a bunch of there's a lot of people who write comics. Some of it's canon, but a lot of it's kind of just, it's over there. It's not really canon. It's kind of, just like, some of the Batman Elseworlds.
Yeah, some of the books are also like that, too.
A lot of comics do that. There's a lot of fan fiction that happens because people think it's a good idea, but it's not technically canon. It's not with the story, so.
Okay, Ellen says she's going to check her uncle's library. He recorded everything. He gave a bunch of Star stuff. All right, so she's going to look into that. Amanda says there's a Star Wars book called Red Harvest Who Became Infected with a Deadly Disease. Good horror concept it is.
That sounds kind of cool.
All right. Ellen is in with the movie thing.
Okay.
And,
Problem is I don't know if we can get away with live streaming. That would easily get taken down, even on the websites that are like so easy to get away with that stuff, like Twitch. You'd still run the risk of being taken down trying to broadcast copyrighted stuff.
Right, and that's why I'm saying we would choose spots in the movie where we could pause it, and we would broadcast during the paused areas, so that the movie itself is not being broadcast, but we can kind of talk about where we are. Maybe better to do a show about it.
It better just watch the show.
It would probably be better.
Because last thing you want to do is do a couple of seconds talk and then stop the live stream and stuff like that.
Yeah. Amanda says that the book Red Harvest was written for the current canon.
Okay.
So.
Well, that's cool. But yes, November, like I said, it's not any coincidence that in November 17th, 1978, and now November 17th, 2020, we're going to have, and that's 42 years later. That's a good number. That's a good number. But yeah, so if anybody's down, if not, what I'm thinking is the 17th we do our show as we do our show as normal.
There you go.
I think I need to drink some more. But maybe that Wednesday we do movie night at my house.
That could be.
Maybe we'll let's talk a little bit more. Bring the chat into the Nerd Cave Dwellers page, and let's see if we can get that taken care of.
See how many people we can get involved in this.
So, but yeah, I'm so looking forward to it. The Lego Star Wars Holiday Special. Wookiee Life Day is what we're going to celebrate. Yep.
That was my horrible Chewbacca impression.
It sounded like Chewbacca with a cold.
That was... Never mind.
Movie night! I like that. For those of you guys who haven't, please click like if you like this video. Don't forget, if you guys are checking us for the first time, click subscribe. We are always active on our Facebook page, Nerd Cave Dwellers, but you can also find us on all our social media, Instagram. Actually, I don't have a Nerd Cave show, but you can go to nerdcaveshow.com and find all the leaky links to both me and the Beard. You can also find a link to all of our past episodes. Let's see here. What else am I forgetting?
And there's some cool stuff on those past episodes.
Yeah, if you want to, you can catch past episodes. Like we're up to year 3.5, I think.
Yeah, so
doing the Nerd Cave show.
There's a whole lot of train wrecks and yeah.
Oh, God, so much fun! It is so much fun.
Amanda wants to dress up for the movie night.
Do it! Do it!
Do it!
You gonna wear the buns?
Buns.
You gonna wear the buns? Or no. Sorry. You gonna wear the bagels?
The bagels. The cinnamon rolls.
Is your boyfriend going to come dressed as Yoda? He's going to use the Force? Sorry, getting wrong there.
I'm telling you. You know what we need? I know what we need. Okay? AudioCraZ, I believe, will agree with me on this.
Okay.
Some of you out there will agree with me on this too. Mel Brooks, if you're listening, Spaceballs, the prequel.
I think because of all the original, I would love to see something like Spaceballs happen again, another Spaceballs, but I pretty much think they've decided no more of that stuff. I think they've finally...
we need it, though. Some of us need it.
We do, but we don't have, John Candy anymore? We don't have... so many of the people that made that movie great are not around, so it's like there's no real way of making it work. May the Schwartz be with you. Spaceballs the flamethrower. Spaceballs the toilet paper.
Spaceballs the mask.
Oh, I saw those. I wanted to order one so badly.
I'm trying to find them on Amazon. I'm not finding them on there yet, though.
So, cool. Dude, if your boyfriend can come and dress him up as Yoda. Anyway,
I'm going to come dressed as yogurt.
That's our show for the night. Those guys watching, you guys are watching on YouTube. If you can click like on the video, we greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to also subscribe. Also, those of you guys listening on Podbean, we are live every week on YouTube on Tuesday nights, 7 p.m. That is youtube.com/AudioCraZ. Or you can find us at www.nerdcaveshow.com. You can find all our social media links that way. Geez, what else we got going on? I'm trying to remember. I'm brain farting.
There's always little things happening.
Oh, there was always little things. Like I said, next week we'll be back Tuesday night, and I am so grateful because we got the alert that PG&E was going to start doing rolling blackouts, and here watch it's going to kick on right as soon as we end the show, and I can't do all my post-production stuff. But that's okay. We're still up now. The show was interrupted. I'm happy about that. Thank you guys for watching. We love you guys. You guys are absolutely amazing, and we will see you guys next week or chatting with you in the Nerd Cave Dwellers page, group page.
All right, folks.
Anything else?
I think that is it. Amanda says, thank you so much, guys. There's a lot of fun. Oh, yep. School starts next week. See what we can do. Yep. All right, guys.
Night, Iris. You take it easy.
Good night, Ellen. Good night, guys. Everybody, we will see you later. Thank
Love you guys.